And we are starting this video off here at the Walt Disney World Audition and Rehearsal Facility, also known as the costuming department for Animal Kingdom. This huge warehouse-like building here is just on the outskirts of Animal Kingdom, down the road on Sherberth Road. This is where I went, oh man, too many times to be able to even count during my time working at Dinoland at the Animal Kingdom. You'd come here and you would get your costume. Thought I would show this right up at the top of the video here because this is where many of my mornings and afternoons started, before my shift, after my shift, etc. So here we are. I have to tell you, the second that I drove into here, I was like, oh, knots in my stomach. Like, I probably have not been back here since I worked at the Animal Kingdom. So, woo-wee, deja vu. Also, again, where the auditions and rehearsals are. So whenever people audition to be a character or to be in a parade or be a face character or whatever it may be, you come here to this building for those auditions. Also, rehearsals for said parades and shows and whatnot happen over here as well. I've seen a lot of interesting things in there in my day, that's for darn sure. Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back. That's right, this is my second video of today. The first thing that we did today, it's gonna be out a little bit later. I have a lot of editing to do on that one. It's actually like probably gonna be the most ambitious project that I've done on the channel so far. Really excited about it. Can't wait to share it with you, but it's gonna be down the road. But in any case, that aside, as you can see, we are just outside of Animal Kingdom here at Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Welcome to the channel. If you don't know, I used to work here. Not just here at Disney World in general, but at the Animal Kingdom. This was actually my first full-time job, full-time gig here at Disney World. I worked at Animal Kingdom for the longest amount of time in my Disney career, and had a lot of stuff happen here during my time at the Animal Kingdom. I'm going to be sharing all of that with you today. We are going specifically into Dinoland today, and we're going to talk about Dinoland a lot. That's basically the topic of this video, is not only my time here, working here as a cast member and sharing some of my memories revolving around that, as well as the attractions in Dinoland. I'm also going to be talking about some stuff regarding Disney that's been on my mind and been in my heart lately, that I really feel the need to share with you all. So we'll be doing that later on down within the video. So yeah, I'm super excited about this. Been waiting for this moment for a long time, and that's why I'm doing this intro in my car, because I wanted a quiet spot to kind of just set everything up here for you at the beginning as properly as I can. So without further ado, let's head away from the wardrobe facility here and actually head inside of Animal Kingdom and get this thing a-going. So okay, let's go. We have since parked the car and we're heading up into Animal Kingdom, and I have to say I'm very pleased that they do not have Christmas decorations up yet, because I'm honestly not ready to see it, and I just want this video to be how it is in its everyday state. Plus the music, like hearing the entry music to Animal Kingdom. It's one of my favorite things. One of the reasons why I like hearing the Animal Kingdom music out here is because this is how I would walk to get to work. I would park in the parking lot, in the guest parking. Well, it was technically a cast member parking up at the very front and over to the left, so guests can't park in there, but it's in the same exact vicinity as the guest parking. In any case, I park there, walk up along here just like everybody else, when instead of heading towards the turnstiles, I go over there. There's the there's the ticket spot, the turnstiles. And then over here, where I would turn in, swipe my badge, head inside, walk backstage, over to Dinoland. By the way, don't go back there. I'm gonna point out a couple of backstage areas for you. That's not an invitation to go back there. You're not gonna go very far anyway because you do have to swipe your badge to go backstage. But don't try it anyway. I'm just pointing it out just so you can see it there. Please do not go backstage. You don't want to ruin the magic, trust me. Before I head over to Dinoland, I did have to go ahead and grab myself some caffeine. So this video's coffee is thanks to Mikey. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Really, really appreciate you. Cheers. Hope you enjoy this one. And here we are, Dinoland USA. Exploration, excavation, and exaltation. About to head over the bridge here. Head inside. By the way, does anybody remember the very short-lived boat ride that they had here at Animal Kingdom? I mean, very short-lived. It was only here for like maybe a year, if even. But it did go right through this area here. And just around the corner was a huge, huge animatronic of the dinosaur from the movie Dinosaur. And wow, it's raining again. Oh my gosh. By again, I mean it's been raining off and on all day today, all throughout the other video that I was making earlier. But in any case, welcome to Dinoland USA, everybody. The friendliest fossils in America. About to head underneath the famous Olden Gate Bridge over here. So that's right, the Olden Gate Bridge. That is technically what this big old dinosaur fossil is called that we're about to walk underneath. Also, Donald's Dino Bash, that's new. Or at least new to me. It wasn't all this like weird ribbon stuff wasn't here when I worked here back in my day. We're actually now right over near the dinosaur ride. To the left of us is Restaurantosaurus over here. But I wanted to show before we begin, truly begin, that's where I walked in from backstage to get on stage and then over to my place of work, wherever it may be. Actually, when I worked at Dinosaur, I didn't walk this way. I continued walking backstage over there, but when I worked at the Boneyard and when I worked at Dinorama, this was the way that I would walk. Once again, please do not go backstage. Please do not go backstage. Don't do that. I just wanted to show you this is where my day would often begin. Now directly to the right of the big old concrete dino over here, down this pathway, that's where the break room is / was. So you'd go through the gates there and then take a right, and then you would be inside of the break room. That was the break room for the Boneyard as well as Dinorama. Once again, please do not go back there. Also, you could enter through to get to the back side of the Boneyard through that way as well. So I spent a lot of time going in and out of that gate, going in and out of that break room, and of course the Boneyard as well. So just a bit of background history here for you before we go further. I started off my Disney's attractions career here over in Epcot at Journey into Imagination, and at the time Captain EO. I was part-time and I was there for maybe like 6 months or so, and then I got the transfer over here to Dinoland to be full-time, which was my goal, was to be a full-time cast member. And originally I was scheduled to work in Dinorama, specifically because Primeval Whirl, now defunct attraction here, was about to reopen from being closed for many months, and I will go into that a little bit later. But anyway, it wasn't open yet by the time that I started here, so they temporarily put me over in the Boneyard, and I started my career off there in the Boneyard first. So I guess in a way I was kind of lucky because I got cross-trained at the boneyard first. Otherwise, who knows when that would have happened. And I used all of that in quotations because people have mixed feelings about the boneyard. It's basically a huge playground, so, you know, there's good and bad things about it. Again, we'll go into that in a sec. But anyway, the point of that whole story is to say that I started off the career here at Animal Kingdom at the boneyard, so that's where we're going to start. But first, I gotta show this. Hello, percussionists on the boats. Imagine that's your job, playing the drums on a boat. I could think of worse things. Well, granted, I don't want to be on a boat, but nonetheless. It's hard to see because of the lighting, but here we are, the boneyard. And this right here is, well, it's the find of the day. The boneyard is supposed to be a dig site where the kiddos and the kiddos at heart can go in and dig for dino bones. Okay, so here is some background info for you in regards to Dinoland. So this area showcases the American fascination with dinosaurs and is a private enterprise owned by the Dino Institute. Numerous dinosaur fossils were discovered in the area in 1947, and this is the area, this is the dig site area that is referring to. Here we are inside of the boneyard, and honestly, I was having a moment here. I just stood right over there and was just kind of looking around at everything. I haven't been in here, I'm pretty sure, since I worked here, so this is like really tripping me out right now. But yeah, it's essentially, it's a playground, folks. It's a playground that is themed to a dig site here, and well, there you go. Wow, the boneyard. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment here. The xylo bones over here still work. That is awesome. Do the feet prints still work? Maybe not. They were having a hard time when woo! It does work. That's amazing. Wow, it has been a while, folks. By the way, that is the entrance from the break room area, right through that gate there that I showed you earlier. The boneyard is filled with lots of slides, nets, places for the kiddos to run around and get all of that energy out. And by the way, parents, sorry about this, but you're allowed to go down all of the slides and do all of the activities with the kiddos as well. When I worked here, usually I would open, and that was not fun here at all because it's Florida and it's very humid, so everything was wet. And one of the things that you had to do was make everything unwet, which included walking around with a huge bag of towels and trying to wipe down as much stuff as possible. The bottoms of these slides would be full of water. It'd be a lake of water in there. So technically what you're supposed to do is go down the slide in the morning with a towel on your butt to get all of that water out of the slide. Whether or not that happened, you never know. But yeah, and one of the things that we would do to kind of haze the new people, the new trainees, was we wouldn't clean out the bottom of the slide, so they would just go down the slide and then instantly their butt would be like totally wet because of that huge puddle of water. So yeah, just some memories here. Oh man. Alright, let's keep walking around. Heading up to the second level now. There are cast members on each level. So you'd have a ground roamer, you have a mid roamer up here, you have a person all the way at the top there at the big slide. Make sure all the kids don't go down at the same time. And then you also have someone over there in the dig site. And there's a whole bunch of stuff up here on the second level, by the way. Just giving you a quick little pan in here. Very cute, very, you will be so shocked at the amount of theming that they have put into Dinoland, into the Boneyard. There is so much to read and to look at and to see everywhere you go. So as I said earlier, a lot of cast members had a love-hate relationship with this place. Me personally, I kind of started to like it near the end there because it's a very chill place to work. I mean, in a sense, you're kind of just walking around the area and you can pretty much do whatever you want. A lot of positions here at Disney. You're in one spot, you're in one location, and you can't move around. But this is one of those rare jobs where you can go pretty much anywhere. If you want to go hide in a corner because you're tired of children, you can go do that. If you want to walk around and maybe make a magical moment for a kid, well, you can do that too. So I kind of started to like that near the end there when my life got incredibly stressful working here. It was nice to go back to the Boneyard and just kind of relax, really. It's very chill in general. Little another view here of the Olden Gate Bridge that you use to go across to get to the dig site. Now they're playing Born to Be Wild, and I'm very happy about that. That was another song that they would play on loop here. They have changed the music in Dinoland in every spot, which makes me really, really upset, quite frankly. They played the same loop of stuff over here the whole time that I worked here, so it doesn't feel the same, but at least Born to Be Wild was one of the songs that they played, so that makes me feel a little bit better. I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised that there isn't a cast member here. This was one of the positions that would stand right here, and you just kind of look out over into the dig site area. Woolly mammoth there that the kiddos can play inside of the sand and get all dirty and disgusting. We also provided the pails there as well. It's actually kind of crazy to be standing right here in the spot that I used to stand for countless amount of hours watching over the dig site. This has been a weird day. This has been a very, very weird day. Whew, a lot of memories coming back. The second I went down here at the bottom level, all of this sand instantly gave me PTSD. Oh my gosh, that would get stuck in my shoes. It would be all over my apartment. Anyway, I just wanted to show inside of this cabinet. Here's some of the pails and also the shovels that we would actually use at the end of the day. Because one of the things you had to do when you closed was cover back up all of the bones that these children worked so hard to uncover, so we could start again fresh the next day for a new batch of children. So here you go. Here's another pan inside of this closet here. Part of it is theming, but part of it is legitimately the tools that we use to clean this place up. Okay, back up here again, and I just realized the cast member is in the sand playing with the children like he should be. Honestly, like that's what you're supposed to do, is be playing and interacting with the children. So my apologies. They are there, they are doing their job and doing a fantastic job at it too. Well done. All around the Boneyard you'll find signs just like this as well, giving the kids or the adults or whoever wants to spend the time to read this a little bit more information about dinosaurs. So not only is this place so much fun for the kiddos, but oh my gosh, it's educational too. The sign here says it best, potentially. Oh, and it gives you a little layout too of what you're about to deal with. But you're about to enter an active dinosaur dig site. The Dino Institute has opened the site for your enjoyment and to inspire children of all ages to learn more about the mysterious world of dinosaurs. You know, I knew today was going to be hard for a lot of different reasons. You know, I have a lot of memories here at Disney in general, but especially here at Animal Kingdom. I have been coming to this park since the day it opened, and actually even before the day that it opened. My mom was a cast member back in that day, and we were able to do a cast member preview of the Animal Kingdom before it opened. So I have grown up with this park. I have seen it from day one to now. And Dinoland has been there since the beginning. And Even as a kid, it was my favorite place here in Animal Kingdom. Dinosaur, or Countdown to Extinction as I knew it back in my day, was like my favorite ride, at least when I got brave enough to ride it. And to be able to work here, and then not only work here but train here. I was a trainer for a while here, and I trained all of the cast members on all of the rides. I trained at the Boneyard, I trained at Dinorama, Primeval Whirl and Triceratops Spin, as well as Dinosaur. So I took a lot of pride in my work. I gave it my everything. I wanted to be the best trainer that I could be. I wanted people to come into this job and be excited about it. Working here at Disney and working at these rides and trying to learn everything that I can about it and be a good teacher and pass all of that along. I put my heart and my soul into this job. You know, I'm very proud and honored that I worked at the Haunted Mansion. It was an awesome experience, but this right here, working at the Animal Kingdom, working in Dinoland, is the job that meant the most to me. This is where I start crying, so sorry. Because it meant a lot to me. Got very stressed out over this job. Literally made myself sick, like very sick from this job because I was so stressed about it because I wanted to do such a good job with it. You know, it's hard to walk. It is hard to walk through the Boneyard and just to walk through the whole land in general because it's just so different than what it used to be, and it's obviously, whoop, it's going out the door. Like, they don't care anymore and it's gonna be gone. And it's just really hard to reconcile that. Anyway, I've rambled on for enough here. Let's get back to the dinos. The next part of our tour here actually takes us over to Restaurantosaurus. So, after they found all of those fossils here in Dinoland, the scientists at the time banded together to purchase an old fishing lodge, which originally served as the headquarters and lab, and is now known as Restaurantosaurus. Let's go inside. Again, the theming in here is supposed to be like a fishing lodge. So that's why it's kind of like, you know, made out of wood and such, why there's dino heads sticking out of the top there. And of course, that's why this place is decked out in fossils, photos of people excavating said fossils. The chairs and the tables here, they're made out of wood. The floor, made out of wood. And also there is a giant fireplace over here as well. Lodge meets dinosaurs. You can't really beat that. Okay, and this leads us finally over to the Dino Institute, where of course the ride Dinosaur is. Again, back in my day, it was Countdown to Extinction, which honestly I still think is a better name than Dinosaur, but hey, what the heck do I know? Of course, we have to take a moment to say hello to Sue. This fossil cast is an exact replica of Sue, the most complete Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton ever found. It was named after her discoverer, Sue, in South Dakota on August 12th, 1990. Hello there, Sue. It's good to see you again. And back in here betwixt these two raptors, I think, that is where the old Fast Pass machines used to be. Just right in there. Back in my day, again, sorry, I'm gonna say that a lot. But we had paper Fast Passes here at Dinosaur. So one of the positions, of course, was to man the machines and take care of any of the issues that inevitably would happen. But yeah, it's pretty crazy to see this, like, roped off, like we can't go any further than this, and to see it empty over there. No Fast Pass machines, there's just a random bench and a trash can. What the heck is even the point if you're just going to block off, what's his face, Aladar, back there with these shrubs? Like, really? Were people like climbing in the pond in there or something? This is weird. Even this side over here is blocked off with shrubs. The whole thing is blocked off with shrubs, so you can't even see it up close. That in and of itself feels like a very bad sign in terms of the longevity of dinosaur, aka countdown to extinction. Man, that is really sad. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump in the queue and then jump out at the end because I can't ride this ride anymore. It's a bit too rough for me, but I just wanted to show the extended queue over here as well. I'm sure they've used it. You've probably even stood in line for it before, but it's always pretty cool. Pretty cool to see it. Mostly I want to see if anything in here has changed. So far it looks pretty much the same. This creepy diorama up here, still here, good to know. And of course we're greeted with this giant fossil in here of the Carnotaurus. And hopefully Bill Nye the Science Guy will still be regaling us with his dinosaur facts inside of here. Oh, this music. Oh, this is bringing me back. Dino Institute. Here we go into the best pre-show ever.
Hello. I'm Dr. Marsh, director of the Dino Institute, and I hope you enjoy those quaint exhibits in the old wing. In a moment, you'll be going live to our control center for a comprehensive safety briefing.
And then it's on to the tour. The future is truly in the past.
Hello there. Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Secret, your friendly controller, and a heck of a paleontologist, if I do say so myself. Oh, and one more thing. Those locked coordinates.
We're in.
Now, here's the drill. You follow the homing signal to the iguanodon, then I'll enlarge the transport field, and boom, you're back with one additional passenger, extra large.
So like Dr. Seeker said, it is a top secret mission, so technically everyone who works here at Dinosaur doesn't know that what we're about to do. Now obviously again, that is all theming, that's the story behind it. Clearly the cast members know what you're about to do, but yeah, very seldom people don't hear that part. Also, the hallway here still smells the same. Wow. PTSD, for sure. Oh my gosh, and speaking of smelling the same, it smells the same in here as well. I literally like shrieked out loud. Oh my goodness, the amount of time that I have spent down here in this dungeon making cars go, making cars unload, grouping people into said cars. Oh wow. It smells the same. I just can't get over it. It feels like I was just here. This is one of the most complicated rides I have ever worked and probably has ever been out there in general in Disney history. Very, very complicated. All of the cars here are based on a hydraulic system. That's what makes the car bump and shimmy and shake like that. I also want to point out that line there that the cars travel over, filled with enough electricity to kill someone. It's also hard to tell, but these cars are incredibly tall. Yeah, you have to use a ladder whenever you get people off of the ride if we have to do an evac. Very interesting, but yeah, these are very tall cars. It's just hard to tell because we're up at the same level as them. There goes the car, the Time Rover, and then all I'm gonna do is just walk directly across and head out towards the exit. Goodbye, Time Rover. It's good to see ya. Alright, there we go. Working down here for long periods of time, you forget that the outside world even exists. It seriously is like working in a dungeon. It's not too bad, it's Florida, it's air conditioned. A lot of people really enjoyed it. But after a while, it kind of messes with your head a little bit. By the way, yes, I do know what those are. It's ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise for, again, when McDonald's used to sponsor this ride. There you go. It's good to see a dinosaur. Countdown to extinction. Out we go. That door there leads towards the tower position, which is arguably the most important position of them all. That's the person that sits there, watches all the monitors, makes sure everything is going according to plan. They're basically the person that's well, handling everything, keeping everything safe. All of the positions rotate, by the way. It's not just one person in there in that position. Oh my gosh, they still sell these things. I wasn't sure if they did. They changed a little. The Carnotaurus looks a little derpy now. But they've been selling these since the very beginning of Animal Kingdom. And I remember my brother and I, all we wanted was these really weird plasticky dinosaurs. We did get them eventually, but yeah, I'm so glad that they're still selling them. I am so very tempted to buy one. Really wish he didn't look derpy though. He looks really weird. Have you had your whatever that dinosaur's name was today? That's what this sign said. Well, it said the actual dinosaur's name. I just don't remember what it is that that he's eating there. But again, when Mickey D's was sponsoring this ride, these signs were McDonald's based. I'm glad they're still out here though. That's pretty cool. Again, I used to be a trainer at Dinosaur, and it was a very, very complicated ride to work. So a lot of different positions in there. A lot of things could go wrong. It's a very complicated system, and it was one of the things that I was the most proud of too, to not only be able to learn how to do this ride, but be able to train other people to do it as well. Dinosaur was the preferable ride to work here in Dinoland. As you can imagine, a lot of it's in the AC. That's a big reason why. But also, back in my day, again, the costumes were the most normal. They were like all white and had like black and white on them, whereas Dinorama was just neon dinosaur vomit all over it, basically. Like, they were bad. And the Boneyard was a little bit better, but it was still kind of gross, like greens and browns and stuff like that. But Dinosaur was definitely the desirable ride. So I was very, very happy that I was able to learn it. And again, like as a kid, this being one of my more favorite rides to do, it was just really neat to be able to learn all about it. Not to mention doing walkthroughs of the ride as well. One of the things that you have to do opening and closing is walk through the attraction and make sure everything is good to go. More or less. There was a lot more to it than that, but I'll just go ahead and say that walking through there with all of those dinosaur animatronics was so darn creepy. Oh my gosh, it was one of the creepiest things I've ever had to do at Disney, but it was really cool to see it behind the scenes. So if the Dino Institute is all about research and, you know, being really like smart and by the book and all of that stuff, well, Dinorama is exactly the opposite. One small property in the area that would never sell to the Institute was a gas station owned by locals Chester and Hester. As the Dino Institute's popularity increased, Chester and Hester saw the opportunity to expand their business and added rides and games to their property for visiting tourists, and thus Dinorama became a thing. The sign here says, "Attention, you are now entering the grounds of Chester and Hester's Dinorama. Dinosaurs the way they were meant to be, big, green, and fun." So obviously this is the gas station that they are referring to. This is quote unquote what started it all. And of course it's supposed to be like a roadside attraction, quirky and weird and colorful and all of that good stuff. Oh, look at the bench with all the dinos on it. And of course this derpy guy over here, side of the building with all of the cute little dinos on there. We're gonna head inside now. And just look how crazy it is in here. I like that they have the dinosaurs celebrating the 50th anniversary. That's pretty darn cool. We've got a ton of dinosaurs hanging on the ceiling here. There is so much to look at. You could spend your entire day in here just looking at stuff, and it's one of my favorite things about it, actually. is how detailed it is. The train is going around the station there. I had to think too of how much time it took for the Imagineers to put this place together, put all of these little dinos up here and make it into a roadside attraction. They obviously visited a bunch to be able to get some inspiration for this place, and as a person who's been to many roadside attractions in the past, they have done an excellent job. And here they are, Chester and Hester. That's them, folks, inside of this dino frame here. They are the founders of Dinorama. So we just walked out of the gas station gift shop now. I want to point out a couple of things over here. First of all, we are in Diggs County, USA, specifically Route 498. And why that is significant is because Animal Kingdom was opened on April 1998. So 498, that's where that comes from here. You'll also notice that we are standing on a road here, what looks to be a road. That's because, again, we are in a roadside attraction, folks, so of course there's got to be a road. And we have a sign up here, what looks like a billboard sign, welcome to Diggs County, where fossils are our way of life. And we got this mural over here as well. When visiting Diggs County, see the Dino Institute. So it's again like supposed to be like you're on a road traveling down the highway, and then you come across this crazy wacky gas station over there, and then you got the carnival over here, Dinorama. I also got to point out that this back here is a backstage as well that I would go through many times. Our manager's trailers, the training trailer was back that way through that big wooden wall. And of course we have to talk about what is very clearly missing here. Primeval Whirl, which was a mouse type roller coaster that used to sit right over here. And I don't know even where to begin with this or how to describe how my heart is broken that it is gone. You know, the fact that I can't hear the sounds of the ride anymore, the cuckoo clock, all of the screaming, the whirl of the ride, the crash of the comets, all of that good stuff. It just, that alone without those noises here just feels very empty. Now there is just this long popsicle stick blue wall over here, and we have no idea what's going to be in this spot. It is still so weird for me to be inside of here and to not see that big old roller coaster here. It is just odd, and not hearing the sounds and all of that, it just feels so empty, especially with T-Spin over there not playing the old music either. Like the banjo music and the fiddle music and whatnot, that was so gaudy and awful, but the sounds is what made Dinorama. And then like the playing of the like 60s like pop music and whatnot throughout here too. Like they're not doing that either. It's just odd. It's just simply not the same. By the way, you'll notice these white marks here. It's supposed to look like a parking lot, folks, because again, roadside attraction, you gotta park your car somewhere. Out of all of the rides and things that I did here in Dinoland, Primeval Whirl, Dinorama in general is the one that I spent the most time in, trained the most people in. This was my home, the neon dinosaur nightmare that is Dinorama. And it's the most heartbreaking because it's the most changed. It's the one that's like the most different out of it all. And especially with, again, Primeval Whirl going away, it's just simply not the same, and it is obviously going whoop out the door like any day now. So it's a little hard to deal with when the one place that you spent the most time here while working at Disney is the one that's going out the door. I guess my other thing too is like, why did they have to take away Primeval Whirl? I mean, I can certainly understand if it was a money guzzler, and I sure as heck understand that it was just a nightmare to deal with. It's had a lot of issues over the years. A lot of accidents have happened on this ride with both guests and maintenance people as well. Very serious, like, you know, death-related accidents. So it's certainly had its history. I know a lot of people like hated it. I know a lot of people loved it. Me personally, I'm just like, there's nothing here now. Like, I understand if Dinoland is going out the door, but maybe just keep Primeval Whirl until it's officially out the door. I don't know. That was always my thing, is like, why take it away now? Like, what's the point? Now this whole area is just gross and depressing. I don't know. And of course we have T-Spin over here, which thankfully is still kicking, but it's just not the same without that horrible fiddle and banjo music. Like, what's even the point anymore? Again, spent a lot of time at this attraction working here. It's just so weird to see it go without hearing that music, because the thing, and I keep harping on it, yes, I know, but the thing is, when you've worked here as long as I did, full time, which for Disney meant 40 plus hours worth of work, and this one attraction for a little while there, that music was embedded in my brain. Like, embedded in my brain. So it's just very odd for me to not hear it and see this going. Man, it really makes me sad. Like, it really, really does. And now they have to insult me more by playing Smash Mouth. Just kidding, I like Smash Mouth, but still. Fortunately, they still have Chester and Hester doing the loading and unloading spiel, along with the cast member over there. So that's a good thing, at least. We'll say, though, it is at least adorable to see Chip and Dale in their little dinosaur costumes. That is absolutely precious. By the way, we have the gas pumps here because, again, it's a gas station. And this truck over here used to belong to DJ Dynamite back in my day during the summer. One of the fun things that they did was have a DJ come out on this truck every now and then, and he would play actual real music, like popular music, and it was really fun because all of us cast members would like dance and just have a good time listening to actual real music. DJ Dynamite, sure do miss that. Over in this corner here used to be a dino-shaped trailer that served ice cream. And the reason that is significant is, one, because it's not here and this looks trashy, but also because right behind there is where we would meet to do parade. It was the parade trailer back in there. Parade was part of the duties here and Dinoland, depending on where you worked and all of that good stuff. I didn't have to do parade very often. It was usually a college program thing. But when I was a trainer, I would have to train the cast members on parade and on how to do said parade. Back when there was a parade. Is there even a parade here at Animal Kingdom anymore? I don't even know. Of course, you have this fun photo op over here as well. Further driving home, no pun intended, the whole roadside attraction thing. Of course, we have the huge Cementosaurus over here as well, which pretty much concludes our time here in Dinoland. I really wanted to do this for so many reasons, but one of the main reasons is because this place is really on the slated to be extinct. Pun intended there. We don't know how much longer Dinoland is going to be around, so I wanted to make sure I captured it on film for you all, as well as share some of my memories here for you as well. Because I don't know, I'm not sure when I'm going to be back here in Dinoland, in Animal Kingdom, in Disney in general, so I wanted to make sure that I got over here so I could share it with you all. It is incredibly sad to me that Dinoland is going away. More than likely it is going away. Disney has not necessarily fully confirmed that yet. They haven't even like fully confirmed like what's gonna replace Dinoland. It's just so obvious in the things that they have said and the way that this whole area has been maintained or not maintained. It's going away. It is going away, more than likely. It is no exaggeration when I say that it was the most meaningful job I ever had. And I hope I will have other jobs that will top it in the future. But who knows? It may be the most amazing job that I ever had. It meant the most to me because I really felt like I was making a difference, not only in guests' lives and in their vacation, but also for cast members as well that I trained. That meant the most to me. Like, it really, really did. So with all of that background and whatnot, I can say and hopefully you can understand how it rips me apart that this place is gonna be gone. I don't know, like it's hard to explain, and I know that a lot of people aren't gonna understand because the situation that I'm in is very unique, having grown up here, like literally grown up here in Disney, and not having a home in many other places. Like, I've moved around so much throughout my life that in many ways Disney is my home. It is my home. So when they come in and they take out things that mean a lot to me, it's like if somebody came into your childhood home and just knocked out a room and like, okay, see ya, your childhood bedroom is like no longer. I'm gonna replace it with something bland and boring and horrible. And that's how it feels to me. And then on top of that, again, like the memories that I have here as an adult and as a person still growing up and still learning who I am and going through a lot of trials and tribulations and whatnot, like to have this place be gone, to no longer be able to walk through that whole area, I don't know, like that's awful. Like that's heartbreaking to me. I don't know, it makes me really sad. And then all of the personal stuff aside, like, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It sucks that they're gonna take away Dinoland. It sucks. That land belongs here at Animal Kingdom. I can't think of anything else that would be better to put here than Dinoland. It's dinosaurs and Animal Kingdom. Like, doesn't that just make sense? It's such a fun area for the kids. It's educational, but it's fun. They had good rides here. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Like, Primeval World may have sucked. It may not have been like this crazy, like, technological wonder of a ride, but it was still a good ride that people, lots of people, not everybody, but some people enjoyed. It was something to do. And Dinosaur is probably one of the best rides ever created, in my opinion. And I thought that before I worked here, folks, also. So I'm not being biased here. I know a lot of people who love that ride. It is so unique to Disney. And the fact that it could be gone is insane to me. Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna flat out say it. I am not happy that Dinoland is going away. And, I don't know. I'm not happy about it. And I know a lot of people like to throw out the argument of progress. progress is good, change is good, you just don't want change. You know, things always have to move forward. It's what Walt wanted. A lot of people say that. Walt wanted things to progress. He didn't want stagnation and whatnot. And I totally agree with you. But he also wanted things to be good and to make sense. And I'm very afraid that if Dinoland goes away, they're gonna fill it with some kind of IP that doesn't even make sense for Animal Kingdom, like Moana. Or Zootopia, which are the rumors, and at least Zootopia would kind of make a little bit of sense, but I'm sorry, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I just want Dinoland. I want to speak for the people out there who are not so happy with the way that things are going at Disney, and not always put a bright, shiny bow on everything. And I apologize, because I try to do that with everything that I do, and I don't want this video to be a downer or anything like that. But I'm not gonna not be honest with you all either. Like, I have to be honest with you all. And these are the things that I am feeling. And of all the stuff that Disney has done and all the things that they have changed, and have, you know, made me mad and all of that stuff, like this one hurts the most. It hurts the most. It breaks my heart. I can't tell you how long I cried when I found out that Primeval World was being demolished. Those are memories. That's nostalgia for me. That's a lot of time and effort that I put into that ride that's now gone. And you know, at least I have the memories. At least I have the ability to come here and show you all and talk about it here. And I apologize, because this is a very long rant. It's probably already a long video as it is, but this was the whole reason, or, you know, part of the reason why I wanted to do this in the first place, was to get those thoughts out there. I appreciate you all watching. Thank you. We're getting up on 10 minutes now of this rant, so I'm going to cut it off here. Let's head out now. It's getting dark, and have to work tomorrow, so long drive home. But anyway, I'm glad I could share this with you. I'm glad I could get this off of my chest. By the way, there's a heck of a lot more stuff that I could have talked about, that I could have shared, like the ins and outs of the rides, and I don't know, all kinds of stuff. But then this video would be probably like 10 hours long, so hopefully I got everything down that I wanted to say. The most important part, though, is that you got the gist of it all. Dinorama! Everest's looking mighty eerie with the full moon there in the background as well. Very pretty, very spooky. Really appreciate you all watching this. This one meant a lot to me. This one's going to mean a lot to me in the future as well. Being able to share these memories with you, it's just, it means so much to me. And the fact that you all want to watch it and are interested in it as well, like, it means the world to me. So thank you so much. And I really hope that I wasn't a towner in this video either. I really don't like to sit here and say Disney sucks and like all of this stuff, and I'm sure I sound very bitter and very much like a begrudging old woman here. Well, I wish I missed the way that it used to be. It used to be better back in my day, kind of stuff. But that's really just how I feel, and I want to be honest with you all and how I feel. Disney's always going to have a special place in my heart. That's never going to change. It's my home. And so because of that, I'm always going to love it. It's always going to have that special place in my heart. But that also means that I have a lot to say about it. And the decisions that it makes and the way that things are going as well. So I don't want to come across as just like complaining and whatnot, and again, not being for progress and change and all of that stuff. But I also want to make sure that I speak for the people that that like things the way that they simply are as well, and may not be as happy with the change themselves. So I don't know, that's just my honest personal opinion here. And like I said, I just want to be honest with you all about it. And I apologize if you all are excited about a Zootopia spot or a Moana spot or whatever the heck else it is. You're glad that Dinoland's going. I respect that too. That's fine. That's your opinion. Just as I hope that you all will respect mine as well. So anyway, we talked enough on the video. I gotta get home and walk a beagle and then go to bed. So anyway, thank you all for watching. See you very, very soon. As I said, I made another video today, so that will be out later. I got a lot of editing to do on that one, but it's a huge, huge video that is another thing that I've been promising on the channel for a while, so I'm really, really excited about it. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye, Dinoland. And much like my walk back out to my car this evening, as I would walk out to my car after a long day working at Dinoland, I am a sweaty, tired mess. Good memories.